Hello, Darthvegan here, back with another episode of Kerbal Space Program Season 4. Last couple episodes, we went to Eve and back, and we've got tons of science now, so I think we can finish up the research tree. So let's go ahead and come in here and open up the rest of the research. Here's some robotic parts, which I don't really care about because I'm horrible at using them. So I'm going to do them last, but let's see what we got in here. Anything that I'm been needing. I want this shielded docking port for my SSTO, so I definitely want that. We want these aerodynamics and the Rapier engine for sure. 1,000 for that thing, but that is what it is going to allow me to do an SSTO. You could probably do it without it, but I can barely do it with it. So all right, so here's some more aerodynamic parts. I'm going to take those in case I need them. Ion propulsion, I hardly ever use that, but I'm going to go ahead and take this mining stuff and some high grade robotics, yep, and radioisotope thermoelectric generator, so we don't have to have solar power for our surface things, and that's it. And we still have 4,000 research left. So we've unlocked the tree. Great. Alright, so I went into the mission control, and there's several new missions that I actually took that seemed pretty interesting to me. One of them is ferry 9 tourists to the DVS Minmus Station. So they want me to give a tour of the Minmus Station for 51 days. And then bring him home. So that's interesting. I've never seen that before, so I think that's pretty interesting. Gives me a lot of money, though. Look at that, 24 million. Yeah, I couldn't turn that down. So I'm going to go ahead and do this mission, maybe with my SSTO. But first we want to give the SSTO, make sure it can fly, and make sure it can fly to Minmus. But we have a couple of other Minmus missions. Position a satellite in a specific orbit of Minmus, and gather surface deployed ion collector science from the surface of Minmus. We still have this one plant flag on the moon that we need to do. It's going to expire in a year, so we need to make sure we do that before we do anything else. And also need to gather ion collector science from the surface of the moon as well. We have a couple things to do on the moon, a couple things to do on Eve. Not Eve. Pah! Never going there again. Haha! Well, no, I probably will. But we do have one mission to splash down into the oceans of Eve. I forgot about that. So we might have to take some sort of little probe over to Eve and have him do that to complete this mission. But it never expires, so I'm not too worried about it. Position a new station on solar orbit. That should be easy to do. So that's no problem. But for this episode, we're going to focus on building our SSTO. And I actually got started a little bit off camera. Named it the DVS-STO Kangaroo because it's got a pouch in here with all kinds of storage for Kerbal. So I just attached these hitchhikers and then this crew cabin inside here, just thinking it'd be cool. We could open up the thing, they could look out the windows and see the things. Yeah, I mean, there's probably like crew cabins in here for MK3 people. Let's take a look and see if there is. Unfortunately, I got these. There's an MK2 crew cabin. There's an MK3 passenger module. It seats 16 people. It'd probably be better just to take this, but that's cool because it's got the satellite in there and everything. You know, maybe I should just take this. Let's detach this. I mean, this might be heavier than that. I don't know. I didn't look at the weights. That is 6.5 tons. This is 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 1. So really, not much different. A little bit lighter, actually. Oh, well, if you count this thing, it's probably the same weight. I'm not going to look up the weight of this cargo bay, but altogether, it's probably the same weight. Let's go ahead and get that satellite back in there. I need a docking port for that. I'll put this in here. Boop, boop. Let's lock that. And then put you guy back in there. There we go. I think this thing is a fully functional satellite. And let's just not look at it too closely. It does definitely meet the requirements of said mission for the Minmus satellite. So, anyway, I'm just putting together an MK3 SSTO here, and I've got this guy here on the front. I need a shielded docking port for his front nose here. There we go, beautiful. I've got a couple of atomic engines here, and I don't know why I put the circular intakes on there, but I had a reason, I'm sure. Maybe I should put Ray Pierce back here on this. This does have oxidizer and... yeah, let's put Ray Pierce back there. I was probably just using that as a placeholder, so let's do that. Let's put some Ray Pierce on there. Ho ho ho! These things are freaking huge. Okay. Let's put some symmetry on you. Whoops. Alright, and I watched another MacLeod video where he took an SSTO space station, and he had 11 rapiers on that thing. So let's do something similar. Oh, what? Hi. Hi. Why is there a rapier up here? Don't know. How'd that get there? That's weird. I do want a circular intake that's radial, mirrored here. Oh, that thing wasn't mirrored. Okay, well, soon will be. There we go. Boom, you're seeing it. And then pop those babies on there. There we go. Alright, very good. Okay, and then we will probably need let's see, how did he do that? He had some sort of engine plate on the back here that he could then attach engines to. Aha, here it is. The engine mount. There we go. That was weird. Okay, so then for this thing, let's put on some rapiers on this. Let's get some oxidizer on there, though. Am I a big fan of this engine plate? I certainly am not. Certainly am not. Okay, let's bring that out just a little so that we can attach some of these guys. Let's change you to radial. Get to just stick right there. Whew! Mamma mia, that was some effort right there. Okay, let's go out just a little, up just a little, just like that. All right, very good. And then you come in just a little more now, just like that. And then we want some rapier engines. Ooh. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he had 11. So he had 2 more. Maybe I can put some out in the wings. Yeah. All right, let's do the wings. All right. There we go. Something like that, and then something like that. There we go. Yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to do something like this. Do one of those. Two of those. Three of those. Alright, something like that. And then we'll move these wings to accommodate those. Alright, so now we need nuclear engines. And we're going to put them here and here. And then we'll put one more rapier engine in the middle. Let's put another one of these on there. Oops, nope. It's just another one of these. There we go. Like so. Ho ho ho! Now we're talking. Alright. And then I'm gonna have to fix this all up. Let's see here. Let's move this forward. The Kerbal, the building camera gives me fits. Is there a trick to move it laterally this way instead of focusing here in the middle? Because that's what I need. That's what I need. I don't know a way to do that. I know when you're in flight, you can change the aiming point, but I don't think you can do that when you're just in build mode. Here we go. Alright, so now let's put a couple of circular intakes on this thing. Now these arrow spike ones, no, not the shot cone. Where are they? I thought I unlocked a new one. Does the same amount as the circular intake, but less heavier. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. Let's get that thing on there. It's a little heavier than the other, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, now let's put on a nose cone on these other two. For aerodynamic purposes. That's the wrong one. This is too big. Tiny nose cone. Very small nose cone. No. I want the regular size nose cone. I just feel like I'm missing something here. Maybe it's just this one. Alright, there we go. And then I'm going to put on, actually, you know what? I think old boy does one of these engine pre-coolers on there. I'm not sure what that does, but he puts it on there, so I'm going to put it on there too. Oh! Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. Obviously not quite as classy as MacLeod's, but, you know. He's an expert. I'm a noob. So let's put this very large landing gear on here. Let's just pop it on the front. Okay. And then you. I think we're going to need several of these on the back. That's something. Is it gonna fly? We don't know. Okay. Do these rapiers back here need some sort of air intake? Probably. So let's see what we got. One of those ones we can put in front of this tail fin here. It's just like a adjustable ramp intake or something. Ho ho ho, yeah. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. Check our center of mass and our center of lift. It is behind our center of mass. That's good. Okay. Alright. The SSTO kangaroo. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Oh, we need some parachutes on this thing because I'm horrible at landing. Horrible. Horrible landing. Alright, so let's find some parachutes. And just pop these all over the place. Is that overkill? Probably. Do I care? Definitely not. Alright, so let's get those things up there. Just in case I can not land this thing, we can... Well, we can always bail out and just abandon this $230,000 vessel. I mean, that rockets cost that much, so, you know. Okay, so actually I need to put the nuclear the nuclear engines on a different... Oh, what is this? What am I seeing there? Oh, that's for the that's for the satellite. Okay. I was like, what is happening? Alright, here. So here's the rapiers. Let's go rapiers. 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 And rapiers. Alright. So what we need to do is set up some action groups here. So one for this cargo bay, toggle bay doors. Let's do that on a number 2. There we go. Yep. Number 1, well, we need some sort of antenna on this thing, don't we? Yeah. Let's open these doors up. Let's put, I don't have any batteries in here either. Let's pop this on here. Yeah, we don't have any batteries or reaction wheels or anything. What the heck's wrong with me? Let's put a reaction wheel and a battery. And we can put our antenna in there as well because it doesn't really matter. Might look kind of cool. Alright, and then we'll probably need some electrical generation. So let's put one of these a fission engine. No, let's put one of these thermoelectric generators in here. This should give us enough power in combination with our rapier engines. There we go. Let's just get this thing to lay down. Lay down. There we go. Aha. Okay, back to our thing here. Number 1 is going to be extend this antenna. Yep. Number 2 is going to be hollow the bay doors. Number 3 is going to be the rapier engines changing their cycle. So toggle engine, shutdown engine. Let's toggle the engines with 3. Toggle engine. Toggle engine. Okay. Number 4, we're going to switch mode with the rapier engines. That will change them from closed loop, where they're using oxidizer, to just using the air. So, yeah. Is that all of them? I feel like there's more than that. Okay. And then number 5 will be to activate these guys. Toggle engine. Toggle engine. Okay. So number 5 is nuclear. Number 4 is air, or... I'm never going to remember that. Better write it down on a piece of paper. Alright, and who's going to be our test pilot for this thing? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question. We're not going to take everybody on this first flight because we need to test this thing out. Valentina is, she's good, but we're going to take Hengis. Hengis is going to be our... Who's Hengis? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Who's Hengis? Exactly. You said it exactly right. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and... I think we're ready. Alright, I think the Kangaroo Mark 1 is ready for launch. And try to test this thing out here. Yeah. It says we got 23,000 Delta V. Is that right? Could that be possibly right? Well, let's find out. Oh, mama. Well, that was a surprise. Okay, well. Good thing we're testing it out, eh? We need some auto struts on this. We need some auto struts on the, oh, and this thing needs to be attached. Okay. Oop. Well, it's definitely heavy in the back. And definitely too heavy in the back. Definitely. So we need to shift some of that weight forward a little bit. And how is the best way to do that? Well, there we go. Alright, she's stable now. I just shifted some things just slightly forward. And really helped us out here. Okay, so here we go. Our first flight with Hengis. Here we go. Ignition. They should all be on air cycling. Oh, that's still trying to blow up. Why is that? There was an engine embedded in the thing. Okay. Well, that's weird. All right, so now we got one. Well, that was bizarre. How did that happen? Some sort of radial symmetry thing happened, I guess. Okay, here we go. We're going to try it again. In 3, 2, 1, launch. And we're off. We are off. We're going to fly into the sun. Maybe. If I can get off the runway. Big maybe for me. I'm not the best. I'm not like super well known for being good at flying airplanes. So. Alright, start tipping up, please. Lift. 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 There you go. I need some more ailerons on this thing. For sure. Let's get going to about 400 and then we'll start angling up a little bit. Just want to make sure we maximize the Rapier engine. Well, we skimmed the surface of the water there. Oh, gosh. Alright, I am going to, this time, I'm going to give us a little boost with our engines here. I'm going to go ahead and activate all the engines straight away. Just so we get just a little extra thrust for takeoff. And then we'll turn off the nuclear engines once we get in the air. Because then the Rapiers, as they suck in more air, they perform better. So I think it'll be good. All right. Oh yeah. Kind of going to the right there. I mean to the left. Take off. Take off. There you go. Let's get above the water, please. Above sea level. At least a couple 100 meters. That way I can pay attention to my forward flight and not have to worry about hitting that water. Alright, so let's go up to about 10,000 meters or so. And then we'll level out. Well, let's get up to about 400 meters per second first. Then we'll start flying up. Why is this thing angling? There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. It's not a steady flyer, that's for sure. Let's get up to about 400 meters per second, and we'll start really angling up for some altitude. Alright, so we're burning our closed loop fuel now. And should be able to hopefully get up to our apoapsis with that oxidizer here. Let's take a look at and we're almost out of oxidizer. Nope, we're out. Okay. It's time to turn on the nuclear engines. There we go. Let's see if we can get up to orbit with those things. What's the thrust to weight ratio on this thing? Very, very low. Well, we didn't quite make it. So let's go back to launch again. All right, since we almost made it last time, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take our tourists here, and we're gonna go ahead and do the real deal with Bill McNeil here. But I don't want those guys in our thing. I do want to bring these guys who haven't been to Minmus yet. Oh, they've all been to Minmus. They haven't been to Moon yet, though. Has everybody been to Minmus? I guess everybody's been to Minmus. Okay. Well, we'll bring a scientist, and we'll bring Balder. He hadn't been around much. And we'll bring an engineer. We'll bring, there's Sweeney. Let's bring Dark. He hasn't been out in a while. There we go. And then we may bring somebody back with us, since we got some extra seats. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, here we go. Bucket full of Kerbins. No. Bucket full of Kerbals. And activate. Well, I tried, and I tried, and I tried. And I have not been able to get this thing even into orbit. Ugh! Ugh! So close. So close, and yet still so far. I don't think I have quite enough oxidizer fuel to give that last little boost to the repair engine. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to replace this liquid fuel here with another oxidized fuel. And maybe put some more oxidized fuel over here, because we just need one little boost there at the end to get us up into that orbit, and then we can use our nuclear engines to move around. But oh no, I reloaded a quick save and now I can't. Oh no, now I can't go back to the station. All right, well, we're gonna have to float down to the and I brought my tourist with me this time. We're gonna have to land and I guess fail this mission. That sucks. All right, so I guess we're gonna try to see if we can land this thing. And it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna turn off the nuclear engines, turn back on the Rapier engines, and see if we can land this thing. And I guess we're just gonna fail the tourist mission, which really sucks. I really hate that we're gonna fail that tourist mission. Maybe they'll go on another tour, but I think if I put arrow spikes on, whoa, easy, on all of these, maybe it'll give me a little more air throughput, and maybe we can do something with that. I don't know. All right. We are coming down. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the engines. Air breathing. Why is it just one? There we go. There we go. Let's see if we can make it for some land at least. And maybe we can land on something. We don't need to be full throttle, so we're not going to make it into space anyway. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy. Easy. Don't rip any of my wings off or anything like that. Anything crazy. Let's just be calm. Just be calm. There you go. I don't know what happened there. We had some turbulence. It's some pretty bad turbulence. Okay. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can get some thrust going here, so we don't crash into the water. If we crash into the water, that's something that we have to do, then I'll pop the chutes, but obviously we don't want to do that if we don't have to. There we go. We're throttling up now. We got some thrust going now. There we go. Let's get out of the thin atmosphere into the thicker atmosphere. Now we're talking. Alright, I see some nice grasslands ahead here. So let's see if we can get this thing slowed down. Park this baby. Ideally, we would go right in this area. It's got fewer hills. So let's see if we can angle that way a little bit. Let's just go that way just a little bit. Oh boy. Well, looks like we're going straight ahead, so that's fine. We're gonna land right here. We're gonna land right here. Let's throttle down. Oh, this is nice and flat anyway. nice and flat anyway. Okay. We are coming in for our landing. Yee boy. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick save because I've already lost my mission, so we're almost out of fuel. Yeah, I've spent up all that Delta V just flying within a curve in here. Alright, here we go. We're coming on down. Let's go ahead and put down our landing gear. There we go. Slow us down a little bit more. Coming on in for the landing. There's a baobab tree. Pull up, pull up. Pop the chutes, pop the chutes. Oh. And perfect landing every time. No, stop, 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 stop. Turn the engines off. Why are some of them on and some of them off? Oh, looks like they're all off. Oh, there we go. I don't know why the noise was. Okay, we're back. We're safe. Safe landing. Oh man. All right. Woohoo. No science. Got some of our money back. Did we fail the mission? Got some science from Kerbal surface things. All right. So what did I do? All right. So let's take a look at our missions and see if we still have that. Oh yeah, we still got it. Great. All right. So okay. So that's probably going to be it for this episode. I know I failed to finish it, but I've been playing it for over an hour and a half, so I have to call it quits. But I will try again on the next episode, and we will see if we can at least get into orbit with the Kangaroo. We're going to do the Kangaroo Mark II, and this thing is going to be new and improved. I'm going to put a little more oxidizer on it, replace these nose cones with these things. Well, I'd like to actually look at the stats of those both, but we'll do that next episode. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Kerbals wait by the window, vaguely looking down at their saw, and hoping possibly Jebediah will come home with some raw from Minmus or the moon. Maybe he'll come home soon. Was never what it once was, shouldn't really fly anymore.